Hello, 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 everybody. This is Dr. Shaneva Early, your craft doctor, and I'm here with Throwback Thursday. I went way back in the archives and I pulled out a art heartfelt creations bundle pack. So this is the Coffee Talk. It is one of their older kits. I have the die and the stamps for this and the papers. So, the card that I'll be making today, I'm using a little bit of everything. So these are some of the papers. They were gorgeous brown and blue papers, with a little bit of everything inside of it that deals with coffee. And so it was their papers is always very beautiful, very vivid colors. As you can see, their designs build off one another also. So as you go on with the actual kits like this, you'll see this die somewhere further along. Um, but I really loved this paper. So I used the Coffee Talk paper to create the card that I'm using today, that I'm making today. Okay, so let's get started. Oh, also I used the Heartfelt tag die because which most people probably don't realize is on the one back page where there's all those tags. I'm just reaching in and pulling out a different kind of kit because it was reachable. But the tags in the kit, these tags here, they have a die that cuts all of these out. And like this is one of them, and there's a die that cuts these all out, so you don't have to fussy cut those. Okay? So, and for this design, I also used this, it's a Fisker's hole puncher. And so it's not that big, but it's bigger than an actual regular hole puncher. Okay. Excuse me. I use also Mementos Toffee Crunch. Uh, I use these little bitty ones because I can get all the colors and have a small place to put them. And if they ever need to be, like if I need more ink or they need to be re-inked, I can buy the re-inkers, and then not worry about having to store big pads because I have several different kinds of pads. It's hard to store them. But this is so convenient, and this case came from, I think, Michael's or something. But this was perfect to get all of these colors in there. And these are all of the normal colors that you would use. I'm not sure if they have more, but they may. I'm not really sure about that. Okay, so this is going to be a 5x7 card base. And what I did with this, for this card base, I picked a cream colored card stock. This is actually one of the Anna Griffin's cream color. This is some string, and it has wire in it. It's a wired string, and I'll show you what that's for. I die cut out, actually that's the front of that one, and this is the front of this one, these two little spoons. See that? And what I did, and if you can look and you can see there's holes there, I used this hole puncher to put those holes there. Okay, I took a border piece from one of the paper pads, and I just cut it out to put and use as a border for here. This is one of those tags, and I use the die to cut out this tag. That's regular piece of paper. This is one of the pieces of paper from their actual card from the paper pack, I took the bean stamp and stamped all over it. And so that's one of the best things that you can do to add life, like to your card stock. If you need to make it into what you needed to make it into, just stamp on it. And that's exactly what I did for this. Okay. And then I'm going to match these two together like that. But before I do that, oh, I'm sorry. And then this is like the, what do you call this? Whipped cream on the top. This is what I use the toffee ink for, and then I use the dye to cut it out. Because in place of coloring it, I use that toffee ink, which gave it that brown coffee look that it looks when you have coffee. And I put some pop dots on the back. Okay, I'm going to zoom down, so you can see a little closer what I'm doing. Okay, first I want to take this piece and I'm going to put it directly in the middle like that, right? First. Okay, I made this piece a little bit bigger so then it'll give me the ability to cut this down and make it fit better. So I'm going to actually spread this out all the way across like that. And then I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to come in. And if you ever have worries like that, that's all you do. Cut it a little bigger and then cut it down to the page. And it'll fit exactly the way you need it to. Which is always good, as opposed to sometimes you it's short on one side. Just spread it all the way across and cut it off a little bit off each side. Okay, so that's what I wanted to do with that. I wanted to put that right in the middle. So then now we can take this piece and we can put it on the brown piece. And I love this coffee talk. And this die is as big as this cup. So the die is that big. Literally what I did with this to get this cup was I just cut out the paper. So I didn't have to color anything. I just cut out the piece out the paper. And the die is the exact fit, which is one of the reasons why I love Heartfelt is because they make sure that their dies coordinate very well with the papers. So you don't have to, if you need a quick card and you want to use that actual card, you can, as opposed to worrying about cutting it, coloring. Because sometimes you just need a quick card right then. Okay? So that's how that is going to look. Isn't that beautiful? I love that. Okay, and then I have this. This says, how you been? How you been? How you been? And I'm going to take this piece and I'm just going to put that directly in the middle-ish of my cup. Is that straight? Good enough. Straight in the middle. Okay, so if you look at here, I put this a hole with this puncher right through there. The reason why I did that is because I want to take these two, which is the reason why I have this little piece of string that I cut off. And I'm going to put this through this one and through this one and back through this one. Go back through there. So that these can kind of hang or swing or whatever off of here. The little the two spoons. And so I'm going to take this and all I'm going to do is take my tape runner and just glue these down. Okay. Pretty good. That's all I'm going to do with that. And I'm going to just cut this extra piece off. So they're taped down. Okay. You know what? This is sticky. So in order for this not to lift up on me, this is what I'm going to do. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make sure it's sticky, sticky, sticky. And I'm going to lay this piece here to help it stay stuck. And that's just a piece of paper. So all I did was just add a piece of paper right here. So now our little two spoons can swing. See that? That's cute. I like that. So then I want to put this on top of here. But that looks weird, don't it? To sit right there. So what I did was I took an X-Acto knife and I put a slit right there. Right? So then, and then I popped these up. But I left room so I could slide this right like that. So it looks like it's in the coffee mug. And then I'm going to put this right down on here. So the first thing I need to do is I need to just put some tape right there. So then when I slide this in there, there's tape right there. So I'm taping it in and I butt it right up against those pop dots. So then all I need to do is take off my pop dots. And as you can see, I'm not taking them off all of them because some of them are just spacers. You don't have to take off every single one of them because they just really are spacers sometimes. And I'm adding extra glue to the ones that I did take off. Okay? And then we're going to take this whole piece and we're going to put this right on our card base. See that? Right on our card base. And it's popped up with our two little spoons. Super cute. Super cute. You know what? These are sticking up. And to help them lay, I'm just going to do this. All I'm doing is taking my hand and run it across here to give it a little bend in the paper. So now they'll lay down. Isn't that cute? I love it. This is Coffee Talk, a Throwback Thursday project from Heartfelt Creations. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you in the next one.